Hi, and welcome to the Theme Park Trader Podcast with your hosts, Ryan and Donna.
Hi.
Okay, this week we are sharing some of our favourite memories from the park, which Donna has definitely prepared for, despite having over a month of preempted knowledge that this was going to happen.
You try being a full-time mum, having a job, and not having an evening either.
Oh, woe is me. I'm a full-time father with a job and not having a time in the evening.
And you can sit in your job and do nothing for 20 minutes, and it won't make a difference. If I did that, some babies might get into trouble.
All that's going to happen is they put a fork in a plug socket, which is already protected. So who cares?
No, it's not.
They're not protected, the plug sockets.
What do you mean they're not protected?
They've not got like little plastic things in
No,
them.
because they're worse.
What do you mean they're worse?
They're more dangerous than having them open.
Says who?
Says health and safety.
Don't believe it. But first, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Exciting things. First of all, Universal have finally confirmed things are happening. They've named the resort. Do you want to guess what the resort is called?
Resort?
Our resort.
What?
Our resort.
Oh, what, UK?
Yeah. Okay, do you want to guess what the resort's called?
Universal Studios UK?
Wrong. They spent thousands on this.
They spent thousands on coming up with a name.
Of course. Anything like this will go through, honestly, rounds of ideas, investment. They'll put it out to many companies to get their input. And they've landed on Universal United Kingdom Resort.
Oh, wow.
So...
That's imaginative.
I know, right?
Universal Studios UK would have been better.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's going to call it. So, I don't know why. But...
Universal United Kingdom Resort, but yet every other Universal is Universal Studios.
No, because you have the Universal Orlando Resort.
Which we call Universal Studios.
Which I would say we just call it Universal because that's the one we go
don't
to. Call
it Universal
We
Orlando.
call it Universal because that's the one we go to. But I would say what they're going to do is change the name of the park. I think this will be the resort name.
What, like the hotels and stuff?
Well, kind of like how it's the Universal Orlando Resort, but there's 3 parks.
Yeah.
So Epic Islands and Universal
Are we getting
Studios.
more than one park?
No.
Of course not.
But I think the park will be called something different. I think this is the name for the collective dining, hotel, and park.
Do you think they're allowed another park?
No, I don't think they got the space
what's
for
the
it.
point?
Well, I mean, let's not be greedy. What have we got now? Alton Towers and Thorpe Park. Which is a bit of shite.
Chessington, don't forget Chessington.
I mean, to be fair, Portland's Park is the only one that's like...
I didn't say anything about Portland's Park.
No, I know. I'm just talking about parks in general. But I think we're lucky to get something new in the UK. It's 5 years away, but we can celebrate our 40th birthdays there.
Yay!
So it's opening in 2031.
I really want to spend my 40th birthday in the UK.
Well, we could start it in the UK. Maybe we could do a Universal tour.
Wow.
No,
not for me.
Not into that.
Right.
So basically, Universal are investing $5 billion in building the resort. But the UK is investing 1.3 billion in improving like the transportation. So like they're improving like train network and all that into the resort. So with that in mind, if the resort's ready in 2031, the infrastructure to get people in will probably be ready 2050. If there's the UK government involved. So yeah, 5 billion initial investment with 1 billion planned over its first 10 years. So that basically secures
1 billion.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's a lot of money.
It isn't. It isn't. I mean, that would basically secure extra land and maybe a hotel. I would think.
Another park.
Another park is not going to happen. I'm just trying to figure out how much Epic Universe cost to build.
Cost to build?
To build. Sunday night could be a chance. Oh, why is it 7 billion? So our park's not going to be as good as Epic.
Of course it's not. In what world was it going to be?
It's 2 billion off Epic, and I mean Epic is an amazing park. So I think we'll get 3/4 of that.
Great.
My math's not mathing very well, but We'll get something.
Should we just wait and see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. But why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're clearly reading something.
I'm trying to read comments at the same time as podcasting, and it's not easy.
Don't do it then.
I'm clearly not set up for this. So, yeah, opening in 2031. Right. The next thing I want to talk about...
It's going to be so long.
It's not. It's fine. I've been having a few arguments with people this week. Surprise,
Shocking.
surprise. About the carousel of progress.
Yeah.
Or if you're in America right now and you don't know what I'm talking about, progress.
What was that?
Progress. That sounds like all the people in your new show that you're watching.
Don't start coming at me because I'm watching a new show.
That's what they all sound like. They've got that kind of like...
What do you want me to do about that? Twang. It's a twang.
It's not a twang.
It is a twang.
It's like...
Nasally.
They swallowed a frog. That type of American
I'm
accent.
watching The Pit, okay, if anyone's interested.
Well,
it's very good.
They all sound like progress. I wouldn't trust a doctor that sounded like that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, luckily you don't live there then, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Right, so carousel progress, it's changing, and it's changing on a scale that we have not ever seen since 1964 when it was first brought to fruition. You look all right there shaking your goods. You chocolate.
Yeah.
You've got your balls in your hand now. Jesus. So, I'll read out what Disney has said.
What are you arguing with people about?
I will come on to that.
Oh.
Okay, let's build a bit of story
This was
here.
about 10 minutes ago.
No, it wasn't. Why are you putting us on an imaginary watch?
I don't know.
So Disney have said, there's a great big beautiful tomorrow
Shining at the end of every day?
on the way for Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress, or Progress. For the last 60 years, this passion project of Walt himself has served as a powerful reflection of optimism, innovation, and family over time. Yet while the themes have always stayed the same, the most performed stage show in the history of American theatre has taken several forms over the years. So before we talk about what's next, blah, 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 I'm talking about its evolution. So, new decades are coming. They are adding Act 1 will now be the 60s. So they're going back to when the show basically first made its debut. In the summer of 1969, our Carousel family, along with millions around the world, gather around the television to witness one of humanity's greatest achievements, which was...
It was the summer of 69.
It wasn't Bryan Adams singing the summer of 69, no.
Sorry, I wasn't listening except to that bit. The greatest achievement was Man on the Moon.
The biggest... Are you now singing an REM song?
Well, if you gave me a chance, I would have, okay, but you didn't.
I know, I knew exactly where you were going. That's the worrying thing. Yes, they are going to be watching the moon landing. So that is Act 1.
Oh, because we don't have that in...
Space Birth?
Yeah.
No, we don't have that.
Right.
Next, we have the 80s, where everything bigger is better, and things keep on getting bigger. We pick up with the family on the Halloween night of 1985, and for the first time ever, Sarah is taking centre stage because of what happens in our new dawn of civilization, Donna. Women can think too.
What, in the 80s?
Well,
it was way before that.
Yeah. Well, no, but so usually it's what's his name, John, isn't it? Is it John?
I don't know.
I can't remember his name. But the geezer that looks a bit like a rip-off of Walt Disney.
Yeah.
This is the first time Sarah's going to be sat in that chair.
Wow.
And doing the speaking. Isn't that exciting for you as a woman?
No, absolutely
So that's
not.
what everyone was talking about online.
Well, that it's exciting.
Yeah. No?
People need to get life.
It is John. Did I say John?
Yes.
Yeah. He's going to be out on the porch handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. And Uncle Orville's still going to be in the bathroom, apparently. Then Act 3 is going to be the new millennium. So we're going to see them on New Year's Eve in 1999 as they count down into 2000. And finally, Act 4 is going to be the possible future. So from a helpful robot assisting with everyday tasks to space travel, the scene imagines a future where extraordinary innovation has become part of life and proves that beautiful tomorrow is just a dream away.
What, like it is now, you mean?
Yeah, it's a bit shit now, though. That last scene is
No,
terrible.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, God.
Yes, it is. So,
who are you arguing with and why?
Wait a
Because
minute.
you agree with it and they don't.
The Carousel of Progress will be unavailable from July the 6th and will open again in 2027.
Yeah, I'm not going on it.
First of all, what do you think of these changes?
I don't think it's necessary.
Why?
Okay? Because why are you getting rid of old history? That's not necessary, is it? You don't need to get rid of the 20s and whatever it was. Because why do you now not want to know that? I also think it was an original that was at the World's Fair, so it shouldn't be changed.
I see your point. I think the challenge is, and this is what I was talking about with people online, there were people going, well, Walt would be ashamed of this. And my response was, he has been dead for 60 years this year.
Still his name on the building.
No, that's fine. And then they were going, well, they may as well rename the resort Disney World.
Oh, so the same as me then.
Yeah. And that's what you sound like.
But name the resort Disney World.
Yeah, it's
his
name
Walt was Disney.
World. No, it's a Walt Disney World. Yeah, but the company is Disney. So, my response to that is, if Walt was alive in 1970, this attraction would have already been removed.
Nah, I reckon he would have done a second one.
Well, that's what they're doing.
No, not removing one. Done a second one. There is a difference.
You don't put them. Why would you put the same attraction next to the same attraction?
It's not the same, is it? It's different decades.
No, that is bollocks.
Okay, well that's your choice.
Well, you're not going to go here, ride this ride, and right next door is the exact same thing with a couple of scenes changed.
You could literally just walk through to the next carousel, and it's part of the same ride.
No one's double carouseling.
I'm telling you, I don't think it should be changed. It was a World's Fair one, and it shouldn't be changed.
Yeah, but the World's Fair ended, 1965?
And?
I am for this change. I think when you look at capacity of this ride right now, attraction right now, no one's going on it.
And I don't think that's going to change.
And I think this will bring new people into it because it's...
all of once.
Because, they're still going to bring a bit of change. I also think it has been quite out of date for a while. Now, if I'm being totally honest, I would have been happy with them just changing that last scene. Because that is the scene that aggravates me. I'm fine with showing the evolution of technology in the 30s, 40s, whatever it was.
But that's what it's all about.
But Disney has gone, well, look, that's all well and good in the 60s, because those are the people paying the money. Oh, I grew up in the 20s and 30s. I've now got the money to go and pay for this Carousel of Progress and the New York's World Fair. Now, we are the ones paying the money, and the generation above us are the ones paying the money. Hence why it starts in the 80s and 90s, because people can be nostalgic about their decades and the evolution of that. And the 60s as well. It's still grandparents still paying to take their grandkids. So 60s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then the future, from a monetary who's coming into the parks perspective, makes a lot of sense. And I think that's why I think it makes sense. But
I get it.
I do get the other side of it.
I still think there is a pull to the fact that it was an original at the World's Fair.
Yep. No, I get that. And I think as Indiana Jones would say, the original belongs in a museum. I think that what they should do is take as it is now, and it's not the original, by the way. It changed quite a lot in the 90s. So anyone's just like, it's Walt's original vision. It's not. It's bollocks. It changed in the 90s quite a lot.
It shouldn't have changed in the 90s.
Well, it's too late. It's too late for that. It changed so much 30 years ago that Walt's original vision may as well be in the bin. What they're doing is taking his original vision to show family through the ages, updating it to still show family through the ages.
I get that. You don't have to get so high-pitched about it.
I do. And they're getting Walt Disney himself to shimmy on stage in animatronic form, going, hello, I am Walt Disney.
That's not animatronic form. That's him unfreezing slowly.
And this is all about progress. With his little close to dodgy moustache.
Okay.
It's borderline, I would say. Borderline fascist moustache. So
when was he born?
What do you mean when was he born?
Sorry, not when was he born. When was he in his mid-40s?
Well, let's put it this way. He was well and truly alive and kicking during World War II.
Yeah, right.
He died in 66.
Oh, it's not that long ago, actually.
60 years. We just had a conversation about it.
We didn't. You talked at me.
Oh, well, you need to listen. So, Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to it. The only thing I'm disappointed in is that I can't experience it one more time before it shuts.
Oh, you should have thought about that last year. We didn't go on it last year, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
We did do it last year.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't think we got round to it.
No, we did do it. And also the kid. Well, Piper loves this. She does love this attraction.
Yeah.
So it's gonna. I hope they keep the song.
Why wouldn't they?
Because it's Disney. You never know.
There's a great big beautiful.
I think they will. I think they'll keep the song.
That's Disney, isn't it? That song. You
Yeah.
can't get rid of that song.
It is Disney.
Just a dream away. I had to finish it. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks not. So yeah, 2027. We will see big changes to the carousel. Are you ready to share some of your memories of Disney parks? We're going to say Disney parks because I feel like we can keep Universal to a separate episode.
Not just Walt Disney World.
No, Disney parks.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I've got a few written down and I don't know. I'm going to go with one that I don't know. I'm just going to go on with what that comes to me first. It's not the most impactful one, but it's the one that we've experienced together time and time again. And I'm sad that the kids collectively have not got to do. And that is closing your eyes, sat down in Epcot, listening to the Interventions music loop.
I don't hear about this every single week.
Look, I can't help my combination of autism and ADHD. Okay? And you encourage it by telling me to book a trip every year.
I don't encourage anything.
Also, when there was a space for a podcast host, you were like, I'll do it with you.
Yeah, and I still am.
I know.
For the people listening.
I know.
I don't think I've changed the attitude even on the show.
No, well, people like the fact that you just argue with me the whole time.
Good.
So
it's not changing.
I still can put that music on and just be transported to Epcot in the 90s and early 2000s, right up until like our first trip and what maybe even the last 5 years. But for me, that music was not just growing up, but coming into adulthood and having children. Like it's still. Why are you laughing?
Coming into adulthood.
Yeah, that track is like one of the pieces of music from my life.
You listened to it through puberty, were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
When my voice was changing, I was
Coming into adulthood.
I was like.
It's very profound.
Well, sometimes I'm allowed to be profound on this show.
But I'm not going to be as profound because I'm not prepared.
No, you're not prepared. But I just think it still brings a little tear to my eye, that song.
A little tear.
And I wish there's no reason why they can't bring that track back.
Okay.
There's literally no reason.
Oh, I do like that track. It's a good track.
And if Josh tomorrow, I'm not a screaming 25-year-old woman who finds the Silver Fox sexy. If he wants to get me on side,
you're a 35-year-old man who finds the Silver Fox sexy.
I do not find him sexy. If he wants me to find him sexy, he needs to bring back the Interventions loop to Epcot, and then I'll have something positive to say about his grey hair.
He's just started.
Well,
a chance.
It doesn't take long to replace the CD in a music system, does it?
A CD? Are we still on CDs?
Cassette tape. But this is Disney behind the scenes. Do you think they're using anything other than CDs? Yeah, so it was actually on the bottom of my list, but I wanted to talk about it first because I listen to that still every week when I'm working.
I'm aware.
And it just hits me in the feels. So yeah, on to you, dear.
Okay, one of my favourite memories is probably when we went on our own for the first time.
Yeah, what were we? 18?
No, 19.
19 we were.
Yeah.
This isn't 2019, by the way, people listening. This was when we were
19.
19.
We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, didn't we? No,
yeah,
we didn't. Or did we stay at Pop Century?
No, I think our first time was the lodge. And you know what makes us sound incredibly rich, but we weren't.
No, it was just very cheap.
This was...
We saved up.
We saved up. Yeah, we were both working from 16.
Yeah, but we were living at home.
Which obviously helps. But it was cheap. I think.
And the flights were cheap.
We booked, and people that have been going for a while will remember this site. Travel City Direct.
Oh yeah.
They were associated with Virgin, I think, or maybe Virgin bought them out at some point. But I want to say we got 2 weeks with the dining plan and flights.
Because that was the first time you'd ever used the dining plan, wasn't it? As well.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah. When would that have been?
That out together.
That would have been.
What, when we were 19?
Yeah, 16 years ago?
It was 2010?
16 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the math from the birthday.
Okay.
So 16 years ago, I want to say that trip was about $5,000.
I don't think it was even that
without
much,
spends, obviously.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Didn't we do Universal in that trip as well?
You know what we did? We did 10 days at
That
Kingdom
was
Lodge.
our first trip together, wasn't it?
Yeah,
10,
yeah.
And then we did Hard Rock for 4.
So we did 10 days at Animal Kingdom Lodge and 4 nights at Hard Rock, all through Travel City Direct, for about, I want to say, 5.5. It was no more than that.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, if you wanted to do that now for 2 people,
You're looking at what, 14 grand?
yeah, maybe Hard Rock's expensive. Animal Kingdom Lodge is expensive.
Well, Animal Kingdom Lodge without anything else would be about 10.
Yeah, you're probably talking 12, 13 grand. And flights are bloody pricey as well.
Yeah, so about 14 grand, I reckon. If it was just me and you.
Yeah, maybe. Well, obviously, we haven't priced it up. But, yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, that was one of my favourite times because it was the first time we'd been to Paris, hadn't we? But first time we'd sort of been on a long haul flight.
Mm-hmm.
We'd had to do all of America together. I remember being completely terrified of customs that year.
Yeah. Yeah, you were, yeah.
And the year before, and the time before with your family.
Because
Because I had to do it on my own because I didn't have the same surname.
And we were in different households as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but I just remember it was just magical.
Yeah, it was a good trip. That definitely. I thought you would. It's not on my list, but I thought you would bring it up.
Animal Kingdom Lodge was amazing, wasn't it?
I mean, it is amazing, and you know what? That's gonna come. That hotel's gonna come up in a couple of mine. So.
Just being there.
Yeah,
it's probably one of my favourite memories as well. Just every time we've stayed at the lodge.
Yeah, it's amazing. If I could have stayed there this year, I would have done.
Yeah.
It's just so expensive.
So beautiful there.
Yeah, it's an amazing hotel.
And we went there for dinner last year, didn't we? I'm very jealous that we couldn't stay.
Yeah. No, it is amazing. I'm probably going there for dinner again this year as well. I would like to spend maybe another hour or two, because it felt like we were a bit rushed, didn't it?
Yeah.
But
no.
We did wander around, but it still felt.
Weren't we gonna originally? I think we were gonna get the bus back.
Yeah.
And then we realised that we could just get a minivan.
Yeah, there we were. Yeah.
So we weren't quite as rushed as we originally thought. I don't think.
No, that's true. And I'll tell you what I want to get again is those alcoholic Jamba juices.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Oh man, they were good.
They weren't that great.
I'm getting one again.
Okay.
That's nice. I like that. It's a good first one. I don't know how you're going to top it. So, I'm going to talk about Animal Kingdom Lodge. And I'm just trying to choose which one. When we found out that we were having our daughter.
Yeah.
Now this was our honeymoon.
That was the same as the honeymoon.
Yeah, this is our honeymoon trip where we stayed for 3 weeks at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which was amazing. Like, again, this was 2019? Wouldn't be able to do that now.
No.
And
we didn't pay for all of it though.
No, we didn't. We got a lot of help from friends and family to fund that trip for our wedding. But so we stayed there. We had a balcony view of the savannah.
They upgraded us.
They did upgrade us, yeah.
Because we didn't have a view at all.
No, we hadn't, but because it was. I mean, you had another $5-6 grand onto the trip if you want a view, but they did upgrade us. And I don't know how much we want to talk about, but at the airport we had a conversation.
Oh
right?
yeah.
You were like, just so you know. I mean, I knew anyway, but like you were like.
I could be.
You could be, and we were like, okay, well, did we get a test at the airport?
We got tests at the airport.
But we didn't.
And you said, wait until the end of the holiday. Did we get tested at the airport? No, I don't think we did.
Well,
did we?
We must have done. Unless we got it. No, I think we got it delivered
because you said, no, don't get a test. Let's wait until the end of the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's going to ruin your holiday.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. Yeah. And we got on the plane. We had a bottle of champagne waiting for us. Yeah. Thanks to Andrew.
Yeah.
And we drank it.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We didn't drink it.
No, we didn't drink it because we couldn't. I don't think we could.
We saved it, didn't we?
I don't think they would necessarily let us drink it on the plane.
Yeah,
they were like,
we saved it.
Yeah.
They saved it, but we did have a couple of drinks on the plane.
Yeah.
And we got to Animal Kingdom Lodge and settled in. Mm-hmm. And then the next morning, I woke up before you and did a test and woke you up with it.
Yeah. So we got the test delivered, right?
Yeah, we got one. No, maybe I did get it from Boots.
Did we? Because I thought we got it delivered.
Maybe I got it from Boots.
Yeah, I thought you did.
And I used that one.
And then you did another one. We got.
And then we
delivered.
Got like 5 delivered.
Yeah, from like Walmart. Or something.
Yeah, and I just kept doing tests, and they were all positive, within like 2 days of each other.
Well, you did your first. You did your first day at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, because we weren't gonna. Oh yeah, it wasn't the next.
It wasn't that.
We did Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I went on Space Mountain.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't want to keep doing this if I'm pregnant.
Yeah. And we had the conversation.
And I did a test that evening, didn't I?
Yeah. So we had the first full day of the honeymoon.
Yeah, and then I did a test.
Yeah.
And it was positive.
Yeah.
And then I got more delivered to make sure that it was positive.
Yes, that's right. That was our first full day. We found out in the Animal Kingdom Lodge that we were having.
Yeah, in the evening.
Our first. Yeah. So I mean, I mean, that's not a normal thing for people to do.
No.
So
well, you could say there's 3 different times that we've had good.
I mean, I've got more, so we don't go into.
All right, I won't.
The lodge too much, but because it's on my list, but that for me was
it's one of mine.
One of the best moments and most terrifying moments of my life, because we had so much planned for that honeymoon.
And we did it all.
And we did do it all. Obviously, you stopped drinking straight away.
Yeah.
And you didn't
go on. Do the rides.
You didn't go on Space Mountain again. You didn't do like Velocicoaster or anything like that.
No, because that wasn't there.
Okay, you didn't do the Hulk or anything like that.
Or Everest. Didn't do Thunder Mountain.
No.
I don't know if I did Splash. To be fair, I might have done Splash.
I think you did do Splash. We made our own calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like, oh God, like this is amazing. But also like,
I'm here for 3 weeks.
We're here for 3 weeks in an American healthcare system.
Yeah.
Shit.
It was scary, but I'm glad we did the test.
Well, I mean,
it's 2 weeks in and I hadn't known and something had happened.
Yeah. No, you were right to do it. But yeah, what an amazing memory that I don't think I necessarily have talked about on the podcast before. So I should also say at this point that Darren had suggested that we do this as a show idea. Not in this episode, I have.
No, but you have said that.
I have said it before, but he gets a double shout out. So
okay.
Okay, so that's one of mine. What have you got any more? I mean, I'm sure you have.
Am I allowed to talk about Animal Kingdom Lodge or?
Yes, you can talk about Animal Kingdom Lodge.
When we got engaged.
Oh, that was on my list.
In 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going back. And I knew that day on the plane, I knew that you were going to do it.
Oh, it was a nervous wreck.
It was absolutely he's a nervous wreck when we fly anyway, but there was something extra.
I don't like travel.
And he kept saying to me on the plane, "Are we going to go for a walk later? Are we going to go for a walk around the hotel?" And I'm the one who normally asks that.
Yeah.
I'm the one who normally goes, "We're going to explore later, yeah." And he just kept going every half hour or so. Are we going to go for a walk later? Should we go for a walk? Do you think we should go for a walk later? Yeah. So that was that. Storm in front of the animals. Proposed to.
I mean, it wasn't quite what I wanted. It was raining.
It didn't rain. It rained afterwards.
Yeah, it wasn't like.
It just started to storm.
But it was, yeah. I hated the fact that I gave it away. But I don't see how I wouldn't have done.
You weren't even going to do it at the hotel. You told me you were going to do it at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, but it was a bit cliche, I thought.
No, you were just too nervous to hold it in for another day.
Yeah, I was.
But I preferred it at the hotel because it's my favourite.
Yeah. And that hotel has had so many, as I've already covered, so many big memories for us. Mm-hmm. That, yeah, it's nice that we've had the engagement and finding out about Piper there as well. Okay. Next on my list, and I've lost my notes now because there we go. Right. I would say recording Theme Park Trader at Halloween. Oh no, I can't do this one because it's for Universal. Save that one. I'm gonna save that one for Universal. Okay, I've got another one then. Seeing Piper dance in Main Street at Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
To the 30th.
What, the first time we took her? The first time we took her.
Yeah. That
when it was sunny and hot.
When it was sunny and hot.
Yeah.
And it was her first Disneyland Paris trip.
It was her first Disney trip.
It was her first. Yeah, because we were going later that year to Disney World, weren't we?
Yeah.
You're right.
That's one of my favourite times ever at Disney.
It was her very first
Disney
trip.
It was her first Disney trip ever, and she absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
She loved waving to Mickey. She loved dancing. The first thing she did was in the queue. When we got to Starbucks, just started dancing to the songs.
Yeah, she loved that whole trip. And she was, what was she?
1.
Almost 2, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, nearly 2.
Nearly 2.
Yeah, it was the May before she was 2.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I mean, there was so many memories in that trip. Like, there's a great photo of her on my shoulders, just smiling. I think she had it wasn't that hot.
It was hot. We were in shorts until the end of the week.
Because there was a point where she was wearing a hat.
No,
was that a different trip?
That's the one where we went when I was pregnant with Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
That was cold and wet.
Yeah, so okay. That memory sticks in my head as well.
Okay.
I mean, just going to Disney with the kids is like a whole thing in itself. But I remember that first trip, her any given moment, music, dancing.
And there was a red stage with 30 on it, wasn't there? And she kept running onto that stage and just played on there. That was a good trip.
Yeah, and also
it's one of my favourite memories.
We were one of those families where she was just in her PJs. Got to a certain point in the day, and we put her in her PJs. I remember
because she fell asleep in the buggy walking back.
No. She was in her PJs, going on Peter Pan's flight.
Yeah, because it was like 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, no, it was. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like 11 in the morning.
So she fell asleep.
Yeah, there was a reason
didn't have
for
to
it.
wake her up.
It's just amazing that she
went around Alice's labyrinth in her pajamas.
Yeah,
I got pictures of her in there.
Yeah, and I think she went on Teacups.
Yeah,
I think she went on Teacups,
right.
Peter Pan's flight, and Alice's maze in her pajamas.
Yeah, and then we watched the fireworks.
Yeah, she was awake for that. Like, she stayed awake.
Yeah, she did.
Somehow, because those fireworks are shit, but she loved it.
Yeah,
absolutely loved that trip.
One of my favourites because it was her first time at Disney.
Yeah.
And we only told her the night before as well. We
were in London, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were in London and we told her we're going to Disney. I think that for me is like a real... Like, I remember and watch as a kid watching the adverts. There was a distinct advert that I used to come on where the adults got more excited about going to Disney. Yeah. Because they couldn't sleep because they're so excited. I think actually they were in the parks at that point, but they're staying in like contemporary or whatever. But obviously as a kid, you resonate with that. But that was the first time as a parent being in London, getting to go to Disney the next day, where I felt an excitement for someone else.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can't until you take a child, ideally your own child. Don't want to sound weird, but until you take your child to a Disney park, you don't get that feeling. And for me, like that feeling of telling her, and when we told the kids as well, last year, it was a surprise.
No, it wasn't.
The year before, it was a surprise.
Ryan's really good with the memories.
No, but I remember the occasion. I just don't remember what trip it is because we go too much.
The year before it was a surprise because it was for their birthdays.
That's right. Yeah.
Felix had no idea what was happening.
No, he didn't. But I remember we filmed Piper's reaction, and she was emotional.
Yeah.
And I think they know that it's happening this year because it's a big trip for my parents' 60th.
And we're not going to tell them again next year.
We're not going to tell them next year. No. we said we might go back again. We're not sure. We've already booked it.
Yeah.
But we're not going to tell the kids because I think it'll be even more magical. It's going to be just near Christmas. They're not going to not even going to expect it at that time of year. I don't think.
No.
So yeah, that's a core memory for me, and it kind of relates lots of different ones in there. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I've got loads.
Keep going.
Probably Disneyland Paris this year. It was Phoenix's first time at Disneyland Paris ever. And I think it's the first time he's remembered Disney properly. Like he's properly been able to love Disney. He's been at that age where everything is exciting, everything is magical.
Yeah.
The characters are the best thing in the world.
I would say...
And we stayed in the Marvel Hotel, which is now my second favourite hotel in all Disney parks.
Yeah.
He fell in love with superheroes.
I was about to say that trip has fueled like the next 5 months for him.
Yeah. And then, so his first time at Disney as well as Piper's. His first time at Disney Paris as well as Piper's first time at Disney.
Oh, I see you're linking them together.
Yes.
Yeah. We had a great trip. I think the weather was a bit pants, but it's proof that you can go into Disneyland Paris and still have a good time in crappy weather, because we had a really good time. And as you said, like, he is obsessed with Marvel now. And it's great. Also, the downside is there's no Marvel really in Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
And also, staying at the Art of Marvel is incredibly expensive. So once you've been there, you're almost spoiled. Same as Animal Kingdom Lodge, really. Although I do think with Disney World, there's many great quote-unquote affordable hotels that are just as great for the kids. Like All-Star Movies is probably better for the kids than a lot of the deluxe and moderate ones in terms of theming. I've got one related to the kids as well, and I managed to record the whole thing, and it is Piper going on the Grand Fiesta tour with Donald.
Oh, yeah.
And that was that trip where...
That was her first Disney World.
Her first Disney World trip.
We went with Kylie, Ben and George.
Yeah. And I got the opportunity... She'd been on it before, but it was her favourite ride, if you remember, that during that trip. And she wanted to go on again. I can't remember what you were doing, but I said, let's just go on the Donald ride again.
I think I was on Guardians.
Yeah, but then George... I don't know where George was.
Ben was probably with George.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't have done it all day. But anyway...
Asleep.
Maybe he was. And so I said to Piper, okay, let's go on the Donald ride again. And I recorded the whole thing, and just seeing her face...
Oh, honestly, that video is one of the cutest videos I've ever seen.
Yeah, because she was just entranced by everything.
Donald gone?
Where's Donald?
Where's Donald
There
gone?
he is.
There's Donald.
And I was there. I cried several times during that, and I'm getting emotional thinking about it, because it was just so magical for me. Being in Epcot, my favourite park, seeing how much she liked that ride.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed that.
And they both love that ride today. And, I'm looking forward to taking them on it again very soon now. But that moment for me, it's not the best ride in the world. It's far from it, but that was a real memory that will stay with me forever.
Yeah. I've got character one.
Go on.
I think for both of them, the first time Piper met a masked character, shall we say, and she liked it, it was Mickey, and we'd set her up for it. We were like, it's okay, it's just Mickey, he's not going to hurt you. He doesn't talk because he's got a sore throat and all of this. Yeah. And she went in, and we were expecting tantrums and screams like we did in
Disneyland Paris. We had to leave the restaurant, didn't we? Yeah.
And she went in and she gave him a big hug. And then she's loved characters ever since. And that was lovely. And then the first time Phoenix met Donald, you weren't there. You were on a ride. Me, him and Piper went in together, and he went up to Donald and gave him a massive hug, and then turned to the camera and put his hands on his face and just did a massive grin to the camera because he loved it so much. Yeah, that's got to be one of my favourites as well.
Was that his first character? No, that was
Mickey was his first character.
We
did the breakfast.
We've done the breakfast and things before. Yeah. I'm going to say a weird one now, because I don't think this show is particularly great. But Finding Nemo the musical.
Oh God.
I honestly, when I first did it.
Hey, that's not a memory. Is it? You do it every year.
No, but when I first did it, and it's important to me because when I first did it, I thought it was terrible.
Oh, it was. It was 45 minutes long when we first did it.
And I don't think I think it's worse now than it ever was before because they cut out so much of the story.
It's only 20 minutes now, though.
But if you're a father, that show just seems to just pack a punch, and I can't put my finger on it. I think it's something in the Disney air that does it to you. As I said, it's not a great show, but every time I think about that show, I'm like, oh, I don't know what it is.
Neither do I.
But there's lots of things like that in Disney that make me emotional. I think, again, something else I wanted to... Illuminations.
Yeah, Illuminations just make me emotional, though.
Oh, God, I wish they'd bring that show
Wishes.
back. Yeah, less so for me, Wishes. It does, and it's important to us as a couple. But Illuminations, because it's Epcot, always really hit me. Fantasmic still does to me.
Well, it doesn't make me cry.
It does me. Especially seeing the kids getting so excited for it as well. Like I
Phoenix won't remember it, so he can re-experience that this year.
Yeah, I get a tear every time I watch that show. Honestly, every time.
Okay.
Sitting there with your crappy popcorn in a box.
It's a bit at the end.
The terrible beers. Oh man, getting the kids all excited. That what a show that is. Yeah, so I wanted to just talk about that.
Cute. Our trips with Carly and Ben.
Who?
So
and George.
Obviously, I'm not done. I said Carly and Ben for a reason.
Okay, sorry.
So obviously we went with George. It was Piper's first time at Disney World.
Yes.
And it was George's first time at Disney World.
Yep.
And we all had a lovely time, and we got to experience Disney in a way that we hadn't for a long time. We stayed in a villa for half of it, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And we experienced it that way as well. So that was a really nice couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And a slower couple of weeks for us as well, because obviously we had babies with us, and we were doing it in someone else's way too. But also our time at Disneyland Paris with Carly, Ben and Paul. Mm-hmm. It was snowing in February, and we had a snowball fight, and you managed to knock Paul's hat off.
That was good.
That was
1 in a million shot.
That was one of my favourite times.
Snowball straight to the head, but hit the hat, flew it, and went straight off. Yeah, no, I think I didn't have that written down because I thought you would talk about that trip, but just that trip was magical. Like snowball fights in Disney, like you're talking, it was proper snow, not just shit England snow.
No, it was.
Like
deep.
Like a few feet deep, or a couple of feet deep, and very few people were in the resort because all the roads and rail had shut. We were there for the week though, so it was kind of all right.
Yeah.
Staying at Sequoia with the fireplace on at night, you couldn't have asked for a better hotel for the snow.
It was the first time we'd ever been on holiday with them as well.
Yeah.
And that was really nice.
Yeah. Oh.
It was.
Was that before? No, we didn't do that mini moon.
That was before our wedding.
Oh, it was before our wedding, was it?
Yeah.
See, I just don't remember dates. But, that was a great trip.
Because after our wedding, it was COVID.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes, it would have been
and
before,
then we went to Florida with them.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got to see George's first time in Disney.
That's right, yeah. Well, we've done other theme park adventures with them too, in the UK as well. Thorpe Park, we've done with them.
Alton Towers.
Chessington. Yeah. So... Yeah, no, but that Disney trip is definitely one of my all-time favourite Disney trips. So, I'm going to talk about my first Disney memory, and it is definitely a memory that has almost been reignited in me because of the photo that exists. But I do remember my first memory is me on Main Street with a chocolate carton, a cardboard cut chocolate carton of Nesquik when I must have been Phoenix's age-ish, so like 3 or 4. I remember them doing the cartons. I've got a distinct memory. It's not just of that photo, but going into what was probably the Main Street Bakery and getting that Nesquik carton. And those Nesquik cartons, the old school Nesquik cartons in cardboard with like the straws, was such a big thing of my childhood because we'd get them in Disney. Same as when we go to Disney now, the kids always pick up a chocolate milk when they're in Starbucks.
True Moo.
True Moo. They don't do Nesquik anymore.
True Moo's good though.
True Moo is good. They will, they'll probably have that memory, but I have that memory of, always getting a Nesquik carton, being dressed in terrible 90s attire, and Magic Kingdom, like Main Street USA. Those having that is probably my first Disney parks memory. That I remember bits and pieces of it. I remember is grabbing it. I don't remember the photo being taken or doing the photo, but I remember going and picking it up and how happy it made me to just be sat there, probably with all the sights and sounds of Main Street, drinking my Nesquik. And I just think, okay, when the kids are there eating their custom-made popcorn that we bought them for breakfast, I hope that that's giving them the same kind of joy that a simple carton of Nesquik gave me. That was probably 50 cents back in the early 90s. So that's one for me.
Yeah.
You have any more?
I've got a really random one.
Yeah.
When I first was able to start drinking in Disney World, and it was Hollywood Studios, back when Hollywood Studios was decent, and you had the Honey, I Shrunk the Audience playground, and next to it you had the outside bar.
Yeah.
And I just remember sitting at one of those tables, like just sunbathing on the chair, having a cocktail, and that's it. Just chilling out.
I had
that was 21. I was 21.
Yeah, it would have been. I
15 years ago.
I had drinking on here with you at Disney parks because, we don't drink a lot really at home at all. If ever, really.
We don't drink.
Not really. But
not
when
unless we go out.
No, but when we go to Disney, we do drink a fair bit.
Yeah.
And for us, it's an important part of the holiday. We save up money.
Important.
No, but it is. You save up money, you have a drink, and for me, and we talked about with Nesquik, I substitute sitting down in Epcot or Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, for half an hour with an ice cold beer or a cocktail, and just taking in the sights and sounds of the theme park. For me, is what Disney is all about. And the fact that I can do that with an alcoholic beverage instead of a chocolate milk. Fantastic, great. And I remember those. I remember that those drinks. We used to get I used to get sangria. I used to get a cocktail. It was the side. It was a little bar just to the side of a quick service location near.
You're talking about the same bar as me.
Hollywood Studios.
You're talking about the same.
Yeah,
bar
I believe
as me.
I am. It was opposite the entrance of the Backlock Tour.
I literally just explained where it was. It was next to Honey, I Shrunk the Audience playground.
The opposite side of it.
No, it was next to it.
Okay.
It was. It was on the left-hand side, and I don't know what was on that side.
Yeah. We are talking about the same bar.
Okay.
There we are. But I remember that used to be our go-to place to relax.
Yeah, it was.
At Hollywood Studios.
And then they closed it.
However, I would like to talk about, it ties in nicely with the themed experiences that I think for me are just as important recent memories than some of my childhood ones. The first time, and I know that this is very much an experience that everyone that has been there dislikes, that I know. Ogre's Cantina, for me, walking into that bar is chaos, right? It is absolutely chaos.
It's vile.
And it could be so much better than it is. But for me, walking in, seeing the robot Rex the DJ, putting that Cantina theme on, seeing all the stuff that was happening, because the first time we were sat at the bar, so you could see all the alien stuff behind the bar that's going on. You see the Rex the DJ, and I was like, oh my god, this is so unbelievably cool as a Star Wars fan. And then you go back and you think, actually, where is the stuff they promised? They were supposed to be like bounty hunters coming in saying you crashed a Millennium Falcon, tapping me on the shoulder and all that kind of stuff. But nothing can take away from me as a Star Wars fan walking into that bar and going, this is really cool. And I try and go back every trip, but obviously no one else likes it, so I just got to convince one of the kids to come in with me and experience it. And then the other one is it's themed experiences like that. Jock Lindsay's I absolutely love. Service is shocking, but I love the theme of the bar. I love sitting outside and looking at the waterfront, and I love Baseline Tap House. Like, for me, sitting in Baseline Tap House is just as relaxing as sitting and taking in the Interventions music loop. I just love that place. I love the vibe. I love the drinks. I love it so much. And those experiences they're more recent memories, but they're so important. They're really important parts of the trip to me because it's where I'm able to just like switch off. And Disney in general, in terms of memories, is really the only place that I'm able to truly switch off. Which is really, like, it's a really weird thing to say, but it's the only place where I don't think about work or paying the mortgage or you know, whatever else is going on in my life. I arrive, first day super stressful. That second day when we hit Disney Springs and we're in line for Gideon's, that's it. I'm able to switch off.
That's unfair on the first day. By the time we've got to the hotel room,
okay, yeah, once
we're
we checked in,
swimming shorts, you're done.
Yeah, and to be fair, last year when I was in the pool with the kids, yeah, but it's because it's that bubble. I think Disney do that bubble so well, and you stress about it and you complain about it. You know, all we do on this podcast is rip into Disney for all the mistakes they've made. But when you're there and you're in that bubble, you see the kids are in the pool and they're having a great time. We've got a drink on. You know, we've just gone to the pool bar, grabbed a drink or whatever it is.
They're excited about what's to come. And,
yeah, we've got a quick on that first nugs of the trip.
Our cups.
Yeah,
we get.
Refillable cups, which the kids are so excited about.
Yeah.
Piper, because French Quarter has the Freestyle machines. God, she's excited to try all of those because she's only allowed to drink sodas on holiday, really, and special occasions. So she can't wait. And for me, like, it's a special memory because like you just switch off when you're in that bubble, you know. And I hope that happens to other people too. But I think we're very fortunate that we have been so much. And we're not necessarily stressed about, you know, if this trip we don't go on everything, it doesn't matter. No. There's a few things I want to go on, Rock and Roller Coaster, obviously it's new, and a few things like that. But I'm not as bothered, you know, and it's still a lot of money spent, but it's just, you're able to switch off a bit more. Whereas if it's your first trip, I'd find, you know, you see people on the way back on the flight, and you know, occasionally we talk to them or whatever, and they're like, Jesus Christ, never again, because they have just rinsed it from...
Yeah, but you do. If it's the first time you've been...
Oh, yeah, of course you do.
You're told you have to do everything.
Yeah. And you spend, you know, 10, 12, 15, maybe more grand without spends. Of course you're going to. You're going to try and make the most of it. And we still do. We're still out most days, all day.
Yeah, but our making the most of it is a lot different to how it used to be.
It is, yeah.
We don't make the most of it by going on every single ride.
No. It's about the experience of the parks.
Going to the parks from 7 till 11. We don't do that anymore.
No. We're out all day.
We're not. We could be back at the hotel by 6 o'clock.
Yeah, sometimes, I would say, yeah. But yeah. Anything else for you?
Yeah, loads, but I'm guessing you want to stop the podcast?
No.
Oh. The whole of our honeymoon. There were a lot of different things that happened on our honeymoon. Obviously, finding out we had Piper. First time we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge for a long time. Yeah. And we had 3 weeks there. Yeah. We got to do Halloween and Christmas. It was the first time we did Christmas.
Yeah, that was good.
The only time we did Christmas.
Osborne Family Lights.
The Osborne Family Lights were amazing.
Yeah.
That wasn't our honeymoon. That was 2017.
Well, it can't have been the first time we did Christmas,
then. It wasn't the first time we did Christmas.
This is what you just said.
We did Halloween and Christmas in the same trip.
Yeah, no, you're right, because our honeymoon, it was just before Galaxy's Edge opened, so it couldn't have been,
Wild Africa Track, that was an good experience.
Yeah.
And the hot air balloon, my favourite.
Yeah.
Get to go over Celebration, just doing a hot air balloon in general, really. Almost got eaten by an alligator.
Yeah, that was a bit scary because it was dark, and they were like, there's an alligator nearby.
It was 4 a.m, and we met by a lake, and it was pitch black, like pitch black.
It was, yeah.
We had to get into an Uber or a taxi.
Uber, yeah.
At 4 o'clock in the morning in the middle of Florida.
Yeah, and we went to a place that was like
it was the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was
and
a bit too scary.
Meeting by lake, and then everyone got into this minivan that was there. And on the way out, he went, "Oh yeah, there is a massive alligator that lives in that lake."
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, thanks for
Fabulous.
telling us. Yeah.
But that was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
What, on the honeymoon?
Oh, and memories.
Yeah, Piper and Phoenix's birthday when we went.
That was good. Both of their birthdays were amazing, weren't they?
Phoenix's first birthday, he got to have his breakfast with Mickey and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Piper got to have hers with the princesses.
At Akashu's, yeah.
Yeah, that was lovely.
That was our first time at Akashu's, and now it's become a yearly tradition for us.
Tradition now.
So
So's contemporary.
that's true.
Mickey breakfast on the first day.
Yeah.
And princess breakfast in Epcot.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. And that breakfast is incredible, and only 1 credit. I feel like at some point they're going to change that, because that deal for 1 credit for me is amazing. Like, the best breakfast I would say on property that I've had.
It's good.
Sit down meal, not, across the board, but sit down meal, amazing breakfast. Great character meets as well, most of the time.
If you want to do character meets, but you're not willing to stand in a lot of queues, the contemporary Chef Mickey's, because you get to meet all 5.
Yeah, it's not the best breakfast in the world, but it's great.
It's just a buffet breakfast.
It's a buffet. It's fine. It's doable.
It's nice. It's nice. Really nice. I think it's really nice. You get to go to the contemporary and you meet Mickey.
The Fab Five, yeah.
Yeah, the Fab Five. All in one go. And then if you like princesses as well, you get to meet 3...
5, I think.
It wasn't 5.
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
3 to 5 different princesses all in that one go. So if you're not bothered about meeting every single princesses, but all of them...
Yeah.
No, but some of them, then...
I think that's the only downside to it, isn't it? If your kid has a particular love for a certain princess, there's no guarantee.
Yeah, they're random princesses every time, I think.
And annoyingly, Anna and Elsa are never there.
Anna and Elsa have got meet and greet right next door. But we've found that if you get an early breakfast, you can queue up for Anna and Elsa at 9 o'clock, and you're only in the queue for half an hour.
Yeah.
And then that's them done too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great breakfast for that. Yeah. No, I agree. Their birthdays were amazing, and I'd love to do it again. I'd love to do their birthdays out there again.
Yeah, me too.
And Flower and Garden.
It's easy.
As well.
They're only 4 days apart.
Yeah, it's much easier than us. We're 3 weeks apart, so it's a bit trickier. But yeah. And I've got one. For me, I've got one more. I've got loads more, but I think I want to talk about one more, and that is, I think, just falling in love with Epcot. You know, it's been such an important park to me since the very first time I went there. You know, I've Spaceship Earth I fell in love with as a kid. I've always been interested in technology and video games and tech. You know, I work in digital as well. And I
wouldn't say Epcot's very techy anymore, though.
No, but it used to be. So Innoventions used to be actually Innoventions. Yeah. It used to be showcasing the latest tech. Yeah. So I got to try out the new games consoles and things like that in Epcot. And it was teaching me all about these new upcoming things like the internet. And all of the, these things that didn't exist in the early to mid-90s as they do now. And I feel like that park has had such an influence on me in terms of what I'm interested in terms of my hobbies, but also, doing stuff with like websites and stuff like that. I feel Epcot has influenced that as well. And, now Epcot is still my favourite park for different reasons. Spaceship Earth, Living with the Land, Soarin', Test Track, Figment, all of those reasons, but also the festivals where I can drink and eat around the world as a grown adult is, sensibly, not like some people do, but just amazing. And that park, I fell in love with that park probably quite rarely for a child. It's always been my favourite theme park. And I think that is quite rare. I don't think there's many kids that would say Epcot is their favourite. Maybe now that Frozen's there, but certainly not in the early to mid-90s. There was not much there for a child between, 3 and 10. And I enjoyed Spaceship Earth as a kid. I enjoyed Living with the Land as a kid. Figment's always been a favourite. I've got a Figment plush that I bought got bought for me when I was 3. So, and that's up in Piper's room now, I think. It's somewhere in the house.
It's in the loft, I think.
Oh, in the loft. He's in the loft. Sparking imagination in the loft. So yeah, it's just such an important park for me, and I think without Epcot, I don't think my draw to keep on going back to Disney would have been as strong. I still think it would be there, but it wouldn't be. Certainly wouldn't be as strong, which is why I get so passionate when they arse things up like the floor lighting.
That's coming there somewhere, doesn't it?
Pisses me off.
Okay.
Any more for you?
Yeah, I've got loads, but...
Okay, well, maybe we'll do another episode, right? Because we've hit an hour of talking about memories. But yeah, hopefully that's given people a bit of an insight. If you want to share your memories with us as well, find us on Instagram and TikTok. Just search for Theme Park Trader. And if you're listening to the show and you've not left us a review, please go in whatever app you're listening to the podcast on and leave us a review. And we will see you again next week.